What's going on, guys? It's Crazy for Coins. Hoping you're having a good weekend from Thanksgiving, and we have Cyber Monday today. Um, it is today's topic. I'm just going to be talking about doing some trade updates. I do this for myself, my own personal um, reasons, because I have then the ability to look back on YouTube to go over and review my trades. That way, it helps me prepare mentally for next week or the week after, or just those trades in particular. Um, Overall, as far as today goes, to the last trade that I did before I made the first week's video on the trades, I believe I'm down 60 between 60 and $70. And the biggest loss in the first trade I want to talk about is on Annie, excuse me. This one just I shouldn't have done it. Just the problem with these things are just they're so volatile. It's extremely hard with my strategy to really control and clamp down on risk. But the reason why I bought was I suck. I got the sucker's price. I paid 710 right here. I bought 200 shares, and the reason was because I thought if it passed 7, we got this nice ramp up, good volume. So I thought, okay, if it passes 7 the next day, maybe we can have a gap up and run to 8, which it's doing today. But it ended up being a gap and crap where it just gapped up a little bit and then it just dumped. Um, I took a 50 cent, I want to say I took a 50-cent share loss around, um, which was more than what I wanted to risk. I was only looking to risk about 30 cents or 25 cents off 200 shares, tops. But the thing just moved down so darn quickly. It moves so fast that it's just, um, and the only real way you have to buy these things, and I should know better not to chase any run-ups on these things because that's how I usually, I don't do well, is buy dips. You can just see the dips right there, good support right there. Um, though I wouldn't have touched it. Just stocks I tend to try to stay away from these. I guess I try to be a hot shot and try to trade it. But that was a bad one. That was a $120 loss on that one. This one, oh my God, guys, I could kick myself on this one. This was the second trade I did, and this should have been a home run trade. Well, not a home run trade, but at least a double or a triple. Um, but the reason I bought Real Good Solar, if you go to let's see, no, I don't want that. What do I want? There we go, beautiful. Okay. The reason why I bought this was because you could see right in here the resistance was around 60 cents. So I figured if it broke 60 cents with decent volume, we could get a nice ramp up um, Friday afternoon into Monday morning, which is exactly what happened. What did I do? I sold. I took 4,000 share position. I think I made around 40, $50 on this trade. But I took a 4,000 share position once it crossed $50, 60 cents a share. So I bought, you know what, let me go to there we go, the day chart. Beautiful. Okay. Um, I bought somewhere right in here, and I always know, guys, most of the time when a stock breaks out and has a breakout, it always breaks out above, but there's always this secondary pullback, and that's usually the time to buy these breakouts, not the initial breakout. And that's what I did. I bought the initial and I quickly sold it because I know that most of the time these things, like I said, pull back. So I figured, oh, I'll just buy on the dip. I was planning on getting as many as 10,000 shares. But I just, for whatever reason, just didn't have any conviction the second time. I just didn't feel um, strong about it. And I was just debating whether to get in or just stay away from it. And I ended up just staying away from it. I just was like, you know what? You don't feel comfortable with it, don't force or just don't press a trade. So I ended up staying away from it. I kicked myself because it did exactly what I was predicting, which it went up to 70 cents. But it did way more. It went over 80 cents. So I'm really surprised. And the reason for why, simple charting, guys, the reason why I was looking for 70 cents was because I felt it was a nice round number. Plus, you had this candle right here. Um, so right here. So I figured like, somewhere there was what I was looking for. So I was looking to get 10 cents a share, and off that 60 cents, probably risk a couple of pennies. So really, 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 really good trade, guys. I just really botched it up because I have patience problems. It's just I had that area right, but the problem was I just didn't re-enter, even though knowing that there was 10 cents reward. Um, I just didn't re-enter. I mean, it gave me the opportunity. Right there, you see it's 59 cents, um, but it reclaimed right there. I could have used this right here, the 59 cents, so I could have risked a penny and a half to try to make 10 cents, but I just, I didn't feel comfortable with. So that was the second trade. The most recent trade, guys, I did. Which is absolutely pathetic. I made like $9.80 or something like that. Absolutely pathetic. But I've already mentioned this stock once before in my previous video, but we have another breakout on this stock above 11 cents. So I this one I'm kicking myself on because I should have been much more patient with this one. Um, and it's consolidating nicely. So I expect some type of ramp up maybe into power hour after 3 o'clock, and we go and push past this seeming 12 resistance. It seems like that's the new resistance, but I think the stock could hit if we pass 12 easily 13, 14 cents. My buy was right. I think my buy was somewhere like right in here, um, and I ended up selling somewhere right in here I sold. But I should have been much more patient, guys, because I really do think that this thing is going to go much higher. Um, I ended up buying um, 5,000 shares of this, and I've been trying to, like, it's psychological where I have a round number in my account, and I play kind of like a prevent defense. So once I get around that round number, like let's say the round number would be 10,000 or 9,000, if my account drops to near that level, I almost develop like a prevent defense where I get ultra conservative with my trades and extremely careful, extremely picky. But then once I start to get over that level, and start to move from, we'll say, 10 to 11,000, then I start to get a little more aggressive and less picky, but then that's what cost me. But this trade, it's just lately I've been not buying enough shares because I want to try and have a strategy where if I buy, we'll say, 10,000 shares of this stock, sell half of it when I get a decent profit on it, a halfway decent profit. That way, there's almost no risk in this trade, and it'll help me stay patient. So again, this one I feel again is a really good one, guys. Um, Volume. I wish the volume obviously was a bit more. You could see it's all the volume was here. And like I said, I think this thing goes to 13, 14 cents a share. Um, and a couple of Mark Crook actually bought this. Mark Crook actually bought this one. He's one of the Millionaire Challenge students from the Tim Sykes Trading Challenge. But he actually bought this one like a minute or two, I think, or so after I bought my shares. So again, overall, guys, I'm happy. I'm happy that I'm picking the right stocks to trade for the most part, with the exception of Annie. But I really need to work on my timing, patience, and the amount of shares that I'm buying. Um, the extra studying, I feel the extra time off and the extra effort has paid off, but I still have that human element, um, which I have to figure out how to correct. All right, guys. The only other commentary I have is just you know, that and the precious metals. Just let's see, where's silver trading at? This is I just keep focusing. I've been watching this closely. Just it's really, again, it's just stuck. Silver is really just stuck um, between 1405 and 1310. So it's kind of trading in like a $1.05 range. I just, again, no rush to buy. I believe it's going not much lower, but a buck or two lower at least. Um, all right, guys. I know, you guys are mainly expecting coin videos and gold and silver videos, but I'm going to be doing the trading challenge review. I keep putting that off. I'm also going to be doing, like I said, stock market, so I can review it for myself. All right, guys. Have a